Hello and welcome to the Factor 50 podcast, the podcast where comedians spill the tea on all their holiday misadventures. Joining us this week, we have the hilarious Jack Gleadow. Hello, Jack.
Hello. I didn't know it was called Factor 50 and that's
Did you not?
No.
Well, although I'm not going to lie, I did have better names for it, but they were all taken. So this is what we ended up with.
And also 35.
Are you more of a 35 kind of guy?
I don't know. I don't understand what the difference is. Is there a bottle of sun cream? And I find it a pain to put sun cream on because you got that I did it the other week because the weather at the minute's like up and down. I was in the garden, I put all the sun cream on. 5 minutes later, it started raining. So I was just
what was the fucking point?
Yeah, it was really annoyed.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it on here in the UK, but abroad. And Factor 50 basically is like the strongest one you can get for us gingers.
I was going to say, your ginger shouldn't you kind of put it on everywhere?
I shouldn't I? But in the UK, I feel like I'm immune to the UK sun. I feel like it's fine. But when I go abroad, it's like, oh shit, get the 50 on, get the 50.
Why? I've never there's that thing about gingers and having the.
Do you know what?
What is it?
Okay, so fun fact: we have a special gene called the MC1R gene. Which is only in redheads, and we are also very we can't like numb like anesthetics and stuff like don't really work on us, so that's a fun fact. And also the sun thing was really sensitive to like the sun, and like we have too much vitamin D basically, so when the sun comes in it's like starting the podcast out with some very scientific facts for you all.
I was going to say talking about your illness, but it's not an illness, is it? It's just
my disease. Being ginger is a disease. Get well soon. Fuck's sake. How have you been anyway? You been all right?
I've been good. It's weird, isn't it? Because it's all back. Everything's back to normal now, and it doesn't feel like the last 2 years have even happened. And then, like, you've been on about 4 holidays this week.
I have.
You seem to be on. I've not got any holidays. Like.
That's probably because you're dedicating more of your time to your comedy career, unlike me.
Yeah,
swanning around in fucking random countries.
I'm off to Dublin next weekend with my girlfriend and some of her friends. But when we booked it in, I was like, oh yeah, I'll do some gigs out there. That'll be good. And Rachel was just like, can we just have a weekend off?
I don't want any of your fucking jokes for one weekend. No, fair play to her. How long are you going to Dublin for? Just for a weekend?
Just 2 nights.
So. Oh, that's well nice. I've never been to Dublin actually. I've never been to Ireland. Full stop. So
I've been in Belfast.
Have you gigged there?
Yeah, but I was really ill when I went. So I were ill. You know when you do a gig when you're ill, and the only time you're not ill is when you're on stage because that's the
adrenaline.
I remember when that first time it happened, I was like, I'm cured. I've not got the flu anymore. And then, as I was walking to the back of the room, it just came all over my body, and then I was like sick in a bin.
Oh my god, fuck! I have done that once, like performed ill before, and that was it was for a competition. It's like Leicester Square New Comedian of the Year. So I'm just gonna say that's why I didn't get through because I was ill. But
no, I think it's your act. Benidorm is a proper it's Blackpool with some sun, and it's
literally
it's great.
I fucking love Benidorm. When did you go to Benidorm?
When I was we went 2 years on the trot, so like 2009, 2010. So I must have been I'm 27 now. That's 12 years ago. I can't do the maths.
So you were like
15.
Yeah, 15, you were a teenager basically.
Yeah, I couldn't drink.
Why'd you bother? That's cool of your parents.
I'd love to go back and have a good piss up there.
Oh yeah, what is Benidorm if you can't take advantage of the all-inclusive? Come on.
Oh, I can't stand all-inclusive. No, I'd never know.
What?
I don't
What's your beef?
I don't like the idea of being stuck with the same characters and people we've been on a few holidays where you can go on a trip with the people from your hotel, and you have to have a meal with them during the day, and even that's enough. That's too much for me. I'm on holiday. I don't want to see I'm just with my girlfriend. I'm with my friends and my family. I just want to be with them. I don't want to meet new people.
Yeah, fair enough.
Until you've had a drink, obviously. But like, then you're like,
it's anyone's game.
But like the idea of like mundane chat, but when you go on one thing I love is when you're on like a plane and you see like a few people on the plane, you see the different characters and the different families and stuff. And then when you're in the country and you're just shopping or whatever, and you can see someone you've seen on the plane, and you're like, it's like you've seen a celebrity.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's Josh and Trish that was sat 3 rows from us on train. Like, you're like amazed by it.
Call back, like, fuck. That's hilarious. I don't think I would actually recognise. I know I probably would if they were like chaos enough. On the plane to Benidorm, I sat with this like lovely old woman who was like scared of flying. We got to sit together, and she was really cute because she was scared of flying. I was like, oh, we'll have a little prosecco together, you know, calm the nerves. We got chatting. She told me all about her grandson, all about her whole entire life story. You know how it goes. And she was like, I'm a singer in a piano bar in Benidorm. They call me Benidorm's Bobby Girl because her like classic tune was Bobby's Girl, and she gave me a card and everything, and I never saw her again.
I thought he was going to say she was Sticky Vicky then.
Oh my God, imagine if I'd met Sticky Vicky on the plane. No, I think Sticky Vicky's retired now, unfortunately.
Have you seen Sticky Vicky?
No, I only went once. I went like 3 years ago.
I've seen Sticky Vicky.
Your parents took you to see Sticky Vicky?
No, because I was 15, 16 at the time.
Oh yeah, fine.
So me and my dad went, and my mum and little brother, because he was only about 10, was outside the pub, watching Jackass because they were playing Jackass, the film, outside on the telly. So the options was Jackass, an 18+ film, or an 18+ woman firing ping pong balls out of foo-foo. So like, I think they thought we'll stick them in front of Jackass. And me and my dad were watching, and I just remember like my dad was trying to enjoy it, and because I was a magician, I was just going to my dad like, oh no, she's doing that, like
ruining the magic completely.
Like, she's got a thumb tip up there for that bit. Like, yeah, I know what she's doing.
No, Jack, I want to believe these ping pongs really came out of her vagina. I love that was like your sex education. Like...
Yeah. Here, son, sit down, birds and bees. Watch this woman open a can of Coke from a booth. And that's how it happens.
Amazing.
But like, one thing I remember from going is that this was happening with a restaurant as well, but there was big posters going, the original and real Sticky Vicky, because there were like tribute acts that were trying to be the Sticky Vicky show, and they're like, this is the original, come and see the best at it. And I was just like, just don't worry too much. I think people are just here to...
They just want to see the act. Fucking hell, they're okay with doing it. Because isn't her daughter doing it? I think she like passed on the family trait.
Yeah, she's got does it now, right? The official, she's the official performer of the act now, her daughter.
Wow.
I mean, it was a good act. But they do, like, but in Benidorm, they do about 5 gigs a night. So they go from pub to pub, and like doing spots in Edinburgh, I suppose. Like, they just go from each place and do like different shows. But we saw them all in Benidorm. We saw a Billy Connolly tribute. We saw a Motown tribute. We saw Everything's going to have tribute at the end of it, bad.
Oh, of course, yeah. Like, amazing.
Oh, there was a comedy show we went to see. And he was like a name comic, and he was a name because do you remember a TV show called On the Buses?
Yeah.
Butler, Butler, one of the characters, like I can't remember it, Stephen Thomas, I think his name was. Anyway, it was his son that was the comedian, and that was from On the Buses.
The claim to fame.
Son, and you're like, oh, it's like that was the billing.
Oh my God.
And we walked past the bar where he was on, and he was performing to an empty room. But they were just like, you've just got to go on, and that'll bring people in.
No, like, that's worse than Edinburgh. I feel like if you got an empty room in Edinburgh, you just wouldn't do it.
If I had 3 people in Edinburgh, I'd just say, let's all go for a pint. Like,
yeah,
I'll tell you about the show, or we'll go watch another one together. Like,
yeah.
I've done it to 7 in Edinburgh.
7's okay.
That was fine. Yeah, that was a full front row. Like
that's all right. That's all you need. That's like a focus group. I mean, so I didn't realize there were comedy nights in Benidorm. That's hilarious. I should have gone. I didn't really go to the Strip when I was in Benidorm.
There's a venue called the British Comedy Club. But they only had like one comedy act on. The rest was like tributes and stuff. So, that main strip where there's like a Australian bar and stuff.
There's all the clubs and that. Yeah. Okay, because oh my god, goals to perform there. It would probably be chaos, but love. So we walked down. So I went to Benidorm with 2 gay guys. So we walked down the strip and they were like, "Oh, this is a bit straight for us." Do you know what I mean? It was very
the old town.
So that's where we went. We went to the old town. We went to all the gay bars. I had a fucking great time. We walked in. They thought we were celebrities because me and my friends, we had this dance routine at the time to My Neck, My Back. Like we just choreographed it on a night because that's what we used to do because we lived together and that's just what we got up to.
When you say choreograph, I've got a vision of you going, right, out of this bar, get on that beach and practice it one more time.
Literally, that was us in our house because we lived together in London and we once spent an entire evening putting together this dance routine. I don't know fucking know why, because this is like before TikTok, so why do we bother? But anyway, we were like, let's just do it. And so we had this whole dance routine for My Neck, My Back. And we got to Benidorm, we were like, we're going to showcase it in this random bar. Got there and we were like, excuse me, DJ, put My Neck, My Back on. And then we got on the dance floor, started doing this choreographed routine. They couldn't believe there's no one else in the bar, by the way. There's just like one other person. The barman was like shook. He was like, oh my god. He was like, these celebrities are coming from England, these dancers. Like he was getting all these pictures of us for the Facebook.
He's throwing money at you going, can you come do this every night?
He literally put the song on again. He's like, do it again. And then there's pictures, there's photos of me on this Facebook page of this random bar in Benidorm. There's pictures of me lying on the bar. Like they had a whole photo shoot with us because they thought we were these celebs. It was just incredible. It's a magical place. It's a magical place.
We had a pool at the hotel and he accidentally threw a ball, a man with no hands, because this man was
What?
He was paddling in the pool, and my dad and my brother were passing the ball to each other, and this lad was laughing and smiling at us. And my dad just saw him in his peripherals, so smiling, and he was like, "Oh, he wants to join in." And then as soon as the ball left my dad's hands, like my dad just went white. He was like, it just happened in slow motion. Like we all like trying to get. Can we save the ball from? It whacked him, but like it wasn't too bad. But it was just like, it was just one of them moments.
So it did hit him. It made contact with him.
I think it did. Yeah, I think it did.
Oh my god, that's awful. That's like something that happened in between us or something. I
mean, it wasn't like it sounds like it. My dad's done something horrible. It wasn't horrible, but it was. I think what makes it funnier is it was done with the kindest of intentions.
Yeah, bless him. He meant well.
Join in, and then I could see the moment as soon that the ball was like still in his hands that it was like, oh god, I can't go back on this.
When it happens in slow motion, that's when you know it's like, oh my god, this is a moment to remember.
When I was a kid, it was brilliant. It'd be like once my mum and dad surprised us, like, and said, my sisters were going to my auntie's, but me and my brother, with mum and dad, as a treat, were taking us to Butlins for the Easter holidays.
Buzzing!
And we were going in 2 days. And to celebrate, I wrote a song about how my mum and dad were surprising us that we were going to Butlins. That me and my brother still sing now. It's actually quite a catchy song, which I won't sing. But
no, come on!
I can't remember. I can't. Remember.
You said you still sing it now, so don't lie to me, Jack. If it's shit, I'll edit it out. Don't worry.
I can't remember the intro. It was something. We're going to Butlins and we're in a chalet. It was like stuff like that, and everything rhymed. It was beautiful. But, yeah, there's too many good lyrics in it. Like I don't want to embarrass Stormzy by like bringing it out there. Do you know what I mean? Like I've got boogie rhyming with butty and stuff like that. Like it's just
you'd be treading on his toes. Yeah. You don't want any beef with him. No.
We when you get to Butlins, so you could either stay in a chalet or caravan. We stayed in a caravan a lot of the time, and the caravans were. I love a caravan because they're so they've got like a big living room, and then small kitchen, then bedroom. It's like goes real, like big wide space. It's like the toilet's that close to the kitchen that your dad can cook his breakfast whilst having a shit. Like that's how compact.
Genius.
And so we would stay in a caravan, and then you'd walk up to. It was in Skegness, so then you walk to the. Butlins has big, like it's like a massive white circus tent, and you can see it as you're driving up to Skeggy, and it's like, oh, Butlins is there, and then you get there, and it's just like it's massive and it's amazing, and there's shows for kids. You get to see all the stars. Like we saw the fast food gang. You know, pizza, pizza.
And chicken and a pizza. Yeah.
I met them in the bar afterwards. My mum and dad went, oh, they're over there. So I went up with a bit of paper to get an autograph. And then I just went to a random bloke and he went, the security mate, it's them you want. And who else did we see? Chico, met Chico.
Classic Butlins act.
Got Barry from EastEnders. Oh, the Chico was headlining the X Factor showcase show, and it was the year there's a guy called Ben in it. I can't remember.
Just Ben, just Ben.
But the reason I remember it, I got dragged on stage because I was singing along to all his songs, and he picked me up out the audience, put his red coat on me, and went, "This guy has been singing along to all my songs," and I was like.
God, amazing. That's a fucking dream come true moment.
I was like, this is my moment.
That's when you knew you wanted to be on the stage.
Yeah, me and Chico sharing the bill that night.
What era that Chico, Barry from EastEnders, were the cheeky girls there? Because I feel like they were of that. Yeah,
my sisters went to see them. We didn't. Stephen Mulhern used to see him a lot.
Nice.
I went backstage and saw Stephen because I nearly was meant to be on that tour to support him at all the Butlins holiday camps, but I was just too young to do it.
Oh, that would have been so good, though. That would have been like, this is your full circle moment.
Yeah.
One day, it'll happen again.
I say I was too young to do it. It was last year, but no. But what was quite sad is that I had like a favourite redcoat who was really funny, and he was like the compare and stuff. But then they all switch. So some nights they'd be comparing, the next night they'd be working at the slush machine. So like
the fall from grace.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, they had a green screen. They had this green screen room where you could go in and record your own music video. And I went in and recorded. How old was I at the time? Probably about 10. So very age appropriate. I recorded Tom Jones' Sex Bomb.
Of course.
And it's just. I've still got the video. It's just me with a load of inflatables, like inflatable guitars, like doing like really sexual dances, like that, and like dancing. And my mum and dad just behind the camera, like, yeah, go on, Jack, yeah,
yeah, keep going, put your hips into it.
and then the year after, we were going back, and I had a list. I made a list of all the songs I was going to do for the music videos, and we got there. And it was turned into an internet cafe. And I was just like, no, it's all right. Mum and Dad, are you all right still? I'm
absolutely heartbroken. Don't worry about it. Okay, well that was some fucking serious good holiday shit. Are you ready to unpack the trauma and talk about the worst holidays?
I don't ever think I've had.
You not had any bad holidays.
I don't think. No, I've thought about it. I can't really think of a bad one that sticks in my mind. I like festivals, I suppose, as a conjoined thing. Festivals, because you're in a tent, you're in a field, and I had 2 incidents at a festival where it's been like, oh, I just want to get home now. Like, I was doing a festival because a lot of the time, the reason I'm at a festival is because I'm gigging there. So I'd like to go for the weekend so I can just enjoy it. Like, yeah. I'm doing this one in Wales, and me and my mate woke up in a pool. Basically, our whole tent was just like like our heads were like.
Oh my God.
So you wake up, so that like and I had to do a gig like that day, like 2 hours later. So like, I'm still like my clothes were wet through.
Oh my God.
And I said that was like horrible because like you can't do out, you can't drive. Although there was this guy that we met in the field, and he was like, "Come back, I live nearby. Come back to ours."
Yeah, you're all right, mate. Fucking hell.
But then it was better because it was like a music weekend, and there was like this Motown thing on, and me and my mate were dancing, watching it, and this woman came up with a kid, and she pointed at me and went, "You've got the moves, he's got the looks." I'm like, oh, I was like,
oh. That is the biggest backhanded compliment I've ever heard.
But yeah, like just staying in a tent and stuff. Like, yes, last year I went to a festival, and I woke up in the morning. I was like, oh, I need the toilet, so I left the tent, went to the toilet, and it's them horrible pork cabin toilets, so queuing to get up, and I didn't make it. I didn't make it.
What happened?
And I mean by mere seconds. Like, basically, I'm in the queue. I'm at the front of the queue. Then the door opens. The person comes out, and then my ass just went too late. And then
you were so close.
So, and then I had to walk in, and then just like, and it was I had these silky like pajamas that was shorts and like a nice top. I loved it.
Oh yeah, that sounds lovely.
I just had to. I looked in. I was like, "What am I going to do?"
You ruined your silky pajamas.
Ruined my silky pajamas, but also I've got to get back from here to my tent to clean up because I can't. So I had to put the pants back on.
Oh no!
And then walk to my tent, and then my girlfriend was asleep. So I had to get on all fours and clean myself with a towel, shall we say. And I thought...
baby wipes! Baby wipes!
Well, yeah, but like through the preliminaries, like it was caked. And like, I'm so glad she didn't wake up. Imagine like waking up and having fucking ass in your face.
Your relationship would have been over if she'd have woken up in that moment. Oh my God.
I went to my friend's tent. And they were like, "Oh, good morning, Jack, you all right?" I just went, "Not really, I've just shit myself."
I've had better days.
It's just like, but stuff like that where you're like, it's not like I wouldn't be telling you the story if I woke up and I'd shit myself. Like that's it's the fact that I'd nearly got there that just made it. It's just like my body were like we've held this in long enough.
Yeah. I almost feel like when you're close, that's when it's suddenly like, that's the urge. It's you know, when you get home and suddenly, as you're putting your keys in the door, it's like your bladder connects to the Wi-Fi, and it's like, time. And you're like, whoa.
My face turns like white when I get into situations like that, and I'm like, oh.
Wait, it sounds like this does this happen regularly to you? Do you often shit yourself?
Not regular, no. But like I had a steak the other week, and we were shopping afterwards. It was in TK Maxx. And they want a toilet in TK Maxx. And I just said to Rachel, I was like, I've got to go. And I had to run to B&Q, which was across the block, to this toilet. This sounds like I've got a problem. I'm all right,
Are you all right?
Do
you want to get tested? Do you have IBS? It sounds like you have IBS. Maybe even Crohn's disease. I'd get tested.
I'm only telling you 2 anecdotes.
Two of how many?
What do you call them? Colonoscopy. I've had one of them.
Yeah. Have you? Oh God, that sounds like hell.
When I had it, the guy, I walked in. Have you ever had one?
No.
You walk in the room and they're like, pull your pants down and get your bum out. So I pull my pants down and then like just like an L shape, just like bent over, thinking that's how they did it. And they went, "Oh no, you have to get on the bed first."
You're like, take me.
And then I got on the bed and he put his gloves on and he asked, "Oh, so what do you do?" And I went, "Oh, well, I do stand up and stuff." And he went, "Oh, where do you do that?" And then
like as I was answering venue.
As I was answering him, it's when he decided to enter.
Oh.
So I went, Well, all over the place, really.
What was he thinking?
Like just part, like, don't ask someone a question as you're about to check if everything
That's
is
why
okay
they do
with
it,
their
though.
ass.
They do it to, like, relax you, don't they?
I tensed up very quickly, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, well, I know, but they do it for that moment. I've had that with, like, smear tests when they're going in. They're like, "Oh, we'll have your earrings," and you're like, "They're from eyes." So, dream holiday. Let's do it. Ideal. If you could go anywhere with anyone, where are you going? Who are you taking?
I think I've got to say, because it's just all, well, it's always a thing that I want to do. I always just say Vegas. Like, Vegas is always.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it has got to do with because I was a magician when I was a child. Like, that's the magic capital of the world, Vegas. It's like where
Is
all the
it?
magic shows are. Yeah. So like Vegas has always been like, wow, I want to go to Vegas one day, and like I think it'd be good to. Because I think if you go in Vegas, I'd be like, right, I'm taking X amount of money to gamble. Like, I'm not coming back with that. I'm just gonna enjoy myself.
You've got to have a budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then see the shows and yeah. I remember my auntie when she was when I was a kid. Not when she was a kid, because I wouldn't have seen that, would I? But yeah, she took a video and she filmed it, and I remember going around to my aunties and watching this video and be like, "Wow, where is this place?"
Because Mecca.
They have like a duck parade in one of the shopping centres where they bring ducks out, and they bring ducks out, and the ducks like parade around the shopping centre, and they like, oh wow. I feel
like every time someone tells me something about Vegas, I learn something new.
Yeah, no, exactly. But then also like one of my mates, I think he's like a scientist, doctor or something.
Yeah.
And he lives in Vegas, but it's like actually like Nevada itself is actually like one of the medical capitals of the world. Like that's where they like develop and make a lot of stuff as well. So it's like you've got the strip, and then you've got like this like real world thing because it is just in the middle of the desert, isn't it?
Yeah.
Built it from. That's what I kind of like about they're all Dubai because Dubai's got the same vibes of it's kind of come from.
Oh yeah, but I feel like Dubai is just not cute. I don't know. I feel like it's very just influencer, isn't it? Now
it is, and I think I don't know the rules. There's quite a lot of rules in terms of respect to their culture and stuff, and I don't think I'd be able to properly relax.
No, me neither, especially not as a woman. I feel like I would just be a bit on edge. And about drinking, yeah, it's all a bit. My boyfriend lived there for a year, and he was like, it was fucking awful. Like,
oh really? Yeah.
It was just awful. Like, yeah, and a lot of it was built by like slaves. It's just a bit fucked.
Nice,
I don't know. It's just. I mean, I would go. Like, if someone else was paying, I'd go. I wouldn't say no, but like, I don't think I would pay to go there.
But Vegas just seems fun, doesn't it? It's just like
it's just like iconic. Like, yeah, 100%. I want to do that zip line that goes like over the strip. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh my god, they've got this zip line that goes. I think it goes like down the main strip, and you like lie on your front, and it goes whoosh. And you fly. Oh yeah, would love. Also, strip club got to be done.
I love the fact that they have this in like loads of places in America, don't they? But where they have like lookalikes just wandering the streets and
yes,
like. I think that's great.
Imagine you going like, did you get like a lookalike of like Barry from EastEnders just on the street? But actually, it's just some guy on his holiday.
It's actually just Barry from EastEnders on his holiday.
It's just like I need some time off.
I'm gonna do it anyway. You're all right, Barry. Just leave me alone.
Just having a moment. No, I would love. I feel like the closest I've never been. I think the closest I'm ever going to get to Vegas is just the Trafford Centre.
Yeah, Trafford Centre looks cool. But it's like when I was a kid, when we went to Blackpool, I used to be like, I'm coming here on my stag do. It looks incredible. Like, but now I go and I'm like, I'm not. I barely come here for a night out. Like,
yeah, I've never been to Blackpool either. I'm desperate to go. I actually might. I feel like I would have my hand in Blackpool just for the sake of it.
It's brilliant. It is a good laugh, Blackpool. Like, we used to go. I remember we went to this hotel there once, and my mum loved the food. Then one day we walked into town with the chef, and she said, "I'm not eating it again." I was like, "Why, Mum?" Look at his fingers. Like she would put off the food just by seeing the chef.
What? Because his fingers. What was wrong with his fingers? Were they dirty, or were they just the shape of them?
Probably, yeah, probably.
Was it like Prince Charles? You know, Prince Charles was like minging fingers, like sausages. Like
Oh
rich
yeah,
sausages.
like you just want to put it in a sandwich and eat it. Don't you?
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know how
my
I've
barbecue.
sidetracked to Prince Charles sausage fingers from Vegas.
Hilarious. So Vegas.
They'd have them on a plinth. They'd have them on a plinth in Vegas. That's the type of thing that.
roll up. See the sausage fingers. Wrap it up. So, okay, we've got a couple of bonus questions. So, first of all, would you cruise?
Would you cruise? It could also be a different question in a different
context.
I
should probably specify on a boat.
Yeah,
or the other one, you know, whatever takes your fancy.
Took me a while to answer. I was pondering both. So I've done a mini cruise. I've done a mini cruise because I've done a gig on the Hull to Amsterdam.
Oh, that old chestnut.
But
cruise.
But I don't know, you know. I think if after the so you're talking as a holiday, aren't you?
Yeah.
It'd have to be somewhere amazing, but probably when I'm older, but like not
like
now.
It's very much an old person thing
because it's the same as a festival, isn't it? You're stuck there.
Yeah, but at least you have a bed.
You do,
and
but
a shower.
Like it's that thing that I don't like again, where you're with the same people.
Oh yeah, you got to make friends and chat every night.
Oh, this is Dennis. This is Denise. We come here every year. It's like Benidorm. It's just like no.
Lot of swingers. Swingers. It all goes down in the cabins. Let me tell you. Okay, well that's fine. I think that's a very sensible answer. So next one. Favorite motorway services.
Oh. I don't know, you know. I forget the names.
You're a comedian. You have to have a favorite motorway service.
I do. Yeah, but I know a few when I'm there.
Oh, but you don't drive, do you?
Yeah, but I know them when I'm there. I'm like, I know this one, and I walk around and I know. There's like some of the shapes of some of them are cool, and there's one the one I went to that had a Nando's. That was pretty cool.
What? I've never heard of such a thing.
My favourite services actually are them where it's a garage and then a takeaway van.
Yeah,
like
which could not be asked.
Like, there's something in it. There's
you got your petrol, burger. You got your burger. What more do you want?
You got your petrol, you got a burger, you can have a shit, go sort yourself out.
Exactly. I feel like as well that you got like different classes of motorway, because you've got like your welcome breaks, which are always pretty good, and then you've got your motos, which are just a noto. Like they're just crap always. There's always a Burger King and not McDonald's. Like, do you know what I mean?
I know, and what I hate about the Burger King is they ramp up the prices at the motorway services by about £5 a burger, and then McDonald's brothers keep it exactly the same price. They don't increase the price.
We love to see it, Socialist King. I guess if there's anything you want to plug, we could end on a high. Anything you want to plug?
No. I don't know if someone has listened to this and thought, do you know what? Do you know what I want to follow and I want to see live? That bloke who shot himself in a tent at a tribute festival.